Ladies and gentlemen, did we have some news today or what? The New York Jets have traded Jamal Adams to the Seattle Seahawks. So, I can't wait to sit down and talk with Dylan about this on the podcast. He's a die-hard Cowboys fan, and he wanted Jamal Adams bad. So, I can't wait to talk to him about that. That's going to be this coming Wednesday. So, go check out the Kick Six podcast on YouTube. Go check out the Instagram page. I'll leave the YouTube channel in the description below for sure. So stay tuned for that Wednesday. But let's get into this. So I knew that something had to have been coming because Jamal Adams went from just asking for a trade or demanding a trade to basically like, okay, you don't want to trade me? Let's talk. Let's bring out some dirt here. And it's like, okay, once that starts happening, it's like, we're starting to hit another level here. And so was I surprised? No, I was not. It was just a matter of time. By the way, if you hear stuff in the background, I got dogs, 3 dogs around here tearing up toys and bones, and he's having a good old time over there. But anyway, so let's get into the actual trade itself, and I'm going to break down my thoughts for who wins or who won the trade, what it means for both teams. So the Seattle Seahawks have acquired safety Jamal Adams and a 2022 fourth-round pick from the Jets. The Jets are getting safety Bradley McDonald. I can't say that. Whatever his name is, a 2021 first-round pick, a 2021 third-round pick, and a 2022 first-round pick. So, this is quite the deal here. So, as I already said, I knew it was just a matter of time, especially because you figure training camp's coming up. The NFL just approved that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The NFL just approved that. Thank God we're going to have training camps. So, this was only a matter of time. But as far as what a team would give up for him, it seemed like his value might have went down because teams knew, like, okay, once it hits a certain point, they're going to have to trade him. Like, you can't just go out and keep talking about your coach, keep talking about the organization. You can't have that. So it gets to a certain point where it gets bad enough to where it's like, okay, this is enough. So for the Seattle Seahawks, the Seahawks are a team that I really, really, really like. They got, obviously, a superstar quarterback in Russell Wilson. They're starting to build around him offensively. Rashard Penny, Chris Carson, Carlos Hyde, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, bringing Greg Olsen with Will Dissly, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and I believe there's somebody else I'm forgetting, a receiver. But anyway, their problem is just offensive line. And when you have a guy like Russell Wilson, he smooths out some of those problems. I'm a Browns fan. Baker could not smooth out some of those problems as far as athleticism with a bad offensive line. When your line collapses in literally like 0.2 seconds, you got to run. And, Russell, I'd personally say the Seahawks line was better, but Russell can handle that problem a lot better from an athleticism standpoint than a guy like Baker could. So Russell he's carried this franchise for a long time. Like, when that superstar defense started breaking up, with Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, and all them, things started turning. And now it's like they seem to be working back up. And he can't do it all himself. Like, he needs some help. Bobby Wagner is the superstar of that defense. He's the guy that you're going to build around as far as defensively. And They drafted the linebacker out of Texas Tech, which I did not love. I thought there was a lot better players on the board. I would have not made that pick, but, maybe I'll be wrong. The Seahawks haven't been the greatest at drafting, in my opinion, but we'll see. So, when you bring in a guy like Jamal Adams, another superstar player on that defense, that's going to take a lot of pressure off of Bobby Wagner. So this move for the Seattle Seahawks, despite not having first-round picks for the next 2 years, now no third-round pick this year. You add another fourth, but still, I think this is going to be a great deal because I think this takes you from a solid contender, make the playoffs, lose in the first or second round, to now competing legit for Super Bowls. Like, I'm expecting them to be in the NFC Championship for sure next year. And if not that, they're going to lose a close one the game before. So it's going to be quite the ride for the Seattle Seahawks moving forward, because if they continue to build around, get that defense somewhat back to what it was, if that makes sense, they're going to be very successful because Russell Wilson still is playing at a high level. There was a long time where I thought he was the MVP last year. Lamar just, had them consistent flash plays, and that's going to get the attention. Russell was kind of that guy who put in the how should I say this? Russell was the guy who put in the legit work, if that makes sense. Whereas Lamar had a great year, yes, but he had the more flash plays, if that makes sense. So the flash is going to get more attention than the work, if that makes sense. I don't know. But anyway, so for Seattle, I think this is going to be a game changer because it takes you from here to here. And that's all they need, I really think. Like, continue to rebuild that offensive line, bring Russell another weapon or two, and continue to rebuild that defense, and you're set. I mean, the Seahawks are a team who is good already, and now they're great. So let's get into this for the New York Jets. Now, I don't believe in the Jets at all. The only player I really like on the Jets is Quinnen Williams. I think he's still going to be a very good player. I don't believe in Sam Darnold. I don't believe in Adam Gase. I don't believe that Le'Veon Bell is the right fit there. This is going to be very interesting because it's going to be them in Jacksonville fighting for that number one pick, I think. The Jets are going to suck this year. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. Sam Darnold is screwed. And I don't hate Sam Darnold necessarily. I think he's very overrated. I don't see anything special about Sam Darnold. Like with Baker, I see a lot special with Baker. I see a lot special with Josh Allen. Even though I don't like Josh Allen, I never liked Josh Allen. I hated Josh Allen going into the draft. Right now, if you gave me the choice of Josh Allen or Sam Darnold, it's not even close. I'm taking Josh Allen. Like, it's not even close. So, like I said, I don't see anything super special with Sam Darnold. I think with a good team around him, he can be, decent, average, solid, get the job done type of guy. Kind of like a Derek Carr, if that makes sense. I know that's no slight to Derek Carr, but he's a guy who you could say, yeah, he's a solid NFL quarterback, but he's not like the elite of the elite, if that makes sense. So the Jets are screwed. I mean, they draft Mekhi Becton, who I don't think I'm a Browns fan, and I evaluated the tackles a lot, to the extent that I can evaluate them, if that makes sense, which basically means just kind of comparing the game film with the other tackles in the draft. And this is going to sound biased, but I thought Jedrick Wills was the best, and I thought Andrew Thomas was second. I thought Tristan Wirfs was third, and I thought he was fourth. I don't think that he's going to be very successful. I think he's a big, athletic tackle who does not have much technique, is not very trained at all. I think he's a big ball of clay as far as a talent standpoint, but he needs a very good offensive line around him, I think, and I think he needs a good offensive line coach to help guide him and help him learn. They should have taken Tristan Wirfs there, I think. I mean, Becton's got the most upside because of his size and his athleticism. He's very athletic. But I think, as a Browns fan, we've seen Greg Robinson, who sucked. Like, when he was drafted, he was, I believe, like the third pick in the draft. But he reminds me a lot of Mekhi Becton. And that's why I don't, whoa, sorry, took my headphones out. That's why I don't personally like Mekhi Becton. When I see Mekhi Becton, I see a guy like Greg Robinson, and I see big, athletic, not a lot of talent, not a lot of technique, and that doesn't seem good. So now, obviously, Mekhi Becton's bigger and probably stronger and more athletic, but, and I don't think he can't be successful. Like, I think he can, but I think he needs a lot around him to help him. But I don't think he was the right pick, so I don't think he's going to have as much impact going forward as a guy like a Tristan Wirfs, who needs work, but I think he's more complete than Mekhi Becton. So they lose Robbie Anderson. They bring in Denzel Mims as a rookie, who I like a lot. I think he's a great player, but Robbie Anderson was their number one player. I forget who they have. I think they have Brashard Perriman, who I like. I think he's a solid player, but I don't think the Jets are going to be good at all. I don't know how to say that or how else to say that. I think they're going to absolutely suck. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Like, them and Jacksonville are going to fight for that number one pick. And defensively, Quinnen Williams is really your only hope. Like, they have some other solid pieces and whatnot, I get it. But Quinnen Williams, what impact is he going to be able to have in his second year? He had a solid first year. Then he took a gun to the airport like an idiot. But, Adam Gase is not the guy. I think the Jets kind of need to do a Browns move and just kind of get rid of everybody. Head coach, assistant coaches, front office, just kind of gut the entire place. Their uniforms suck even. It's just bad. It's a bad situation. I feel bad. If you're a Jets fan, I'm sorry. Because, I get it. If I was a Jets fan, I'd probably believe in Sam Darnold. Like, there was a lot of people with high expectations of him. I've never really seen anything in him. And, I'm just an idiot with a microphone. But still, it's like he can't be successful with what they've helped him with. They haven't helped him at all. They've only hurt him. They took away his number one receiver, and they bring him in a rookie who is a great player, or I think is going to be a great player, yes, but he's not going to be able to have an immediate impact, I don't think. Like, sure, there's some guys like Terry McLaurin who comes in, who's maybe not expected, not a first-round pick, whatever, comes in and is very successful. But what's Terry? I don't even know. I had an ear infection all week, and I'm on pain pills, so my head's like, but I'm just trying to think. But anyway, my point is, the Jets are screwed. They're screwed. And, I'm not saying you should get rid of Sam Darnold, but I'm saying at least help the guy. Like, if the Jets have the number one pick, I don't know who. I mean, they might go Sean Wade, help out that defense, continue to fill it out. But as far as, Micah Parsons, Dylan Moses, but if Sam Darnold sucks again, you have a chance at what a lot of people believe is another Andrew Luck with Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields. Would the Jets consider? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. But I just think Sam Darnold's going to have a bad year. Even if you like Sam Darnold, even if you are a Jets fan, Le'Veon Bell is going to be their number one receiver, and I don't think he wants to be there, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got himself traded. But who knows? We'll see. But the Seattle Seahawks win this trade, despite giving up 2 first-round picks, despite the third-round pick, despite the safety. The Seahawks, I believe, win this trade. Because the Jets, like I said, they'll probably compete for that first overall pick. But the Seahawks, which is the pick that the Jets will have, the Seahawks are probably going to be a really good team, and I expect them to be picking, if they kept their pick, probably 27, 28. I'd say anywhere between 25 to, obviously, if they won the Super Bowl with the last pick in the first round. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't have much confidence in the Jets. Let's just say that. So, we'll see. Things can change, especially with trades. With trades, you never know. But this does not seem that great for Sam Darnold going forward. So, let me know your thoughts. Who wins this trade, Seattle or the Jets? I'm going with Seattle, and I don't think it's even close. Despite what they gave up, I don't trust the Jets to pick good players with those picks. And I don't trust the Jets building going forward. So the Seahawks absolutely win this trade, in my opinion. So, like I said, I think this takes them from here to here, and I think that's a great thing for this franchise going forward as far as success. So, all right, I will see you in the next video. Like I said, go check out the Kick 6 podcast on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts on this trade. This is probably going to look a little bit different. I'm ordering new equipment and stuff. I'm not an idiot. My channel is starting to die since I've not done as much with it. So I want to rebuild this. This has got to come back stronger. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Bye.